Welcome to Rosewater, a point-and-click cowboy game where choices matter. There's going to be 5 traveling companions, so it's going to be a really interesting treasure hunt. We're going to go and search for treasure, apparently. This game is also set, it's an alternative universe to Lamplight City, which is another point-and-click game. I've not played it, but I'm sure there's some like little tiny references and stuff like that, so it's probably better if you have played it, but I don't think it's necessary. So there is that. This game came out 2 weeks ago, so I'm a little bit late to the party, but better late than never. I love my points and click games, so I am really excited to try this one out. Let's get started. Let's do this. This is like quite a long game as well. It's like I think it's about 15 hours or something. It's probably going to be playing this for a little while.
743 from Pierre Lorraine for Rosewater, Western Vespuccia. No baggage to speak of, in the literal or metaphorical sense. Just a little hope. And that doesn't take up much space.
All aboard! There's apparently some professional voice actors in this game as well. Someone from Red Dead and Walking Dead. A few other things.
Much has been said about the western frontier. The perilous wilderness, the lawless towns, and the tough, hardened folk who make their way out there. Usually to get away from something worse. I suppose I'm about to become one of them myself. There's just one thing Rosewater's got that no place else has. An opportunity with my name on it.
You're good, that's awesome, I'm glad to hear it. Me too, I love the art style for this. It looks great. It's very, like, old school.
Running together like the landscape outside the window. Excitement and trepidation and boredom mixing like the scrub and rocks and soil into one long blur.
This seems like a long journey. It's going to take us a while to get to Rosewater. How long has she been traveling for? We have now arrived at the station.
One thing I know, I am ready for a change of scene.
Right, so our lady is apparently like a writer or something. I guess she's come here for a change of pace to see what she can find. I'm sure there's a mystery around here as well, somewhere. Here we are in our route into Cowboy Town. 1850. This is going to be amusing monitoring this, and it's a charity stream day, so I'm going to be popping in and out. It's a charity stream day, huh? I didn't know that. That's cool.
Howdy, ma'am. Allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes on behalf of the town of Rosewater and its inhabitants. Folks call me Jim, and who do I have the honor of greeting?
Harley Leger.
Delighted to make your acquaintance. Might I assist you with your luggage? That is, if you've got any.
I don't.
Ah, right. Well,
awkward.
What brings you to our fair town, Mrs. Leger?
Okay, this guy seems friendly enough. What's the catch, though? What's the catch?
Miss. And I'm here about a job.
Planning on sticking around, huh? Say, what line of work are you in?
If you must know, I'm well, I write.
Freelancer.
There's an opening at the Rosewater Post.
Well, best of luck with that. The editor at that place ain't somebody you want to cross.
Then we ought to get along fine.
I'm sure you will. But as official town greeter, allow me to offer a small caution. Rosewater ain't always such a sleepy little town.
Hey!
Say,
Wow.
I've just remembered another engagement.
He just tried to steal my wallet.
So you welcome new arrivals?
How
I have a mind
rude.
to give you a thrashing.
Oh god, the
All right.
puppy
enough of that.
tears.
Look, I was no choir girl.
How do I reprimand this little guy? Well, he doesn't look too little, does he? Maybe a teenager or something? I'm not too sure. times really hard in this town, I wonder? What do I say? I'm like a bit like, I guess I'm overthinking it a little bit because I know that choices matter in this game, so whatever I decide might affect the outcome of what happens here, so who knows. Let's say I never cried as much as you. You little wimp.
But I didn't start blubbering when things went south. Word of advice, kid. Don't pick your mark in broad daylight, especially not at a lawman's doorstep. Go on, beat it, or I really will give you something to cry about.
Oof, I took a very firm tone. We don't want to
Where in the ether is that damn publisher's office?
encourage these people, you know, encourage that behavior. Walk, interact, left click, right click, press I, escape, move, cursor. It's very simple stuff. So this is my inventory. I guess this is my lesser.
1850. Dear Miss Leger, thank you for submitting your sample. Your writing shows real potential. I'd like to extend an invitation to meet with me at the offices of the Rosewater Post and discuss the possibility of an extended commission. How soon can you arrive in town? I await your reply and look forward to making your acquaintance. Yours, Joan Gallagher.
Ah, so that's the reason we are here. I see. That's cool. Hello, Anjin. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Have to turn off the Digimon game music. Why is that? What is going on? Shall we go in here? What is this? The railway something. Is this where we came from? Can I not go in there? Okay, apparently I've got no reason to go back in there. Is there anything I can like interact with? It's cool that you can see like little people walking past. Makes this town feel a little bit more alive. So we're going into the sheriff's office. Let's go introduce ourselves to the sheriff. We've just arrived in this town.
Stranger. Fresh off the train.
Gotta make a good
Come on
impression.
In there. Let's have a chat.
All right, let's have a little chat. They got a
I'm
wanted
Sheriff
poster.
Gamble.
Harley Leger.
Pleasure. Just passing through, or?
I'm here about a job.
Well now, that's refreshing. Few come to Rosewater these days with the intent of staying long. How are you finding our town?
It sucks. The welcoming committee leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, like I got robbed as soon as I got here, or someone tried to rob me. So it wasn't the best welcoming. I'm not gonna lie. Why is there like a pot in the jail? Is that where they go for a pee? Can they not get a toilet? They just got a bench and a pot in there. Savage.
I can't say much for the welcoming committee.
Beg pardon?
I wasn't in your town but 2 minutes when I was accosted by a pair of gutter snipes. They should thank their lucky stars I was in a good mood.
I keep telling Jim to stop with that town greeter malarkey, but that boy's got a head harder than granite. I've been too soft. I'd to throw him in lockup until he gets his head on straight.
Trust me, that'll only make things worse. Besides, I don't think they've yet written a statute outlawing vexatiousness.
You've a forgiving nature, Miss Leger. Anyhow, welcome to Rosewater. If you run into any more trouble, come and see me.
I will definitely keep you in mind, dude. If anybody tries to steal my wallet again, it's a matter of setting the voices at the right levels. Okay, I trust your judgment. I am sure you can pull it off. A man of many talents. Let's take a look at the wanted poster. Let's look at it. It's very
Looks
old
like
school.
A pretty rough sort.
Reminds me of like a really old points and click game, kind of like Monkey Island, like those really classic ones. It's definitely very traditional. This I like it though.
This fellow still at large?
Yep, but I reckon he's left the province.
All right, can we go and ask about the jail?
Does this cell see much use?
Nah, not really. Well, that's fine by me. The less I have to clean out that pot, the better.
Confirmed, it is a pea pot. I was wondering. It's cool that you can click on so many items and like ask about it. It's a really cool how many things are interactable in this room.
Doesn't look too comfy, but I guess that's the point.
Yep, that would be the point. Let's look at these photos. What is this, like a photo of like the sheriff's family, or I don't know, or the people that like all the sheriffs?
Those are some stern-looking ladies.
Okay.
Hey, Sheriff?
Ma'am?
Who are the people in this photo?
Those are my sisters, Lord bless them.
You have that many? Oh, he's gonna come up and tell me all about it, apparently.
Irma's a real sweetheart. Don't think I ever met a kinder soul. I hope she's doing well. Reba married an oil man. I think they're living in some big mansion on the coast
We
somewhere.
got a life story going on.
Sadie died a few months after this picture was taken. I'm grateful to have this to remind me of her smile.
Aw, that's endearing. Oh, bless him. He got up from his work, from his seat, just to tell us all about his sisters. I think that's really sweet. I don't know, just he took the effort out of his day. Mostly just stubborn enough to force things to work as I want. Pure stubbornness is my superpower, along with curiosity. That's a good superpower to have, though. I gotta admit. It means you can get far in video games too if you're super stubborn, because you just don't give up and you just keep going. It's a good skill for video game land. What about this picture?
Hey, Sheriff,
Tell me
Yes,
about this
ma'am?
one.
what's this photo of?
That's a view of Colchester, where I grew up.
Oh, he's coming to give me more info. Sweet. Tell me more.
All things considered, I still do miss the place. The winters were so cold, people's sentences would hang in the air for days. My folks still have a ranch there. Been meaning to pay him a visit.
We can find out little tidbits about the characters that I wouldn't have otherwise known. I don't know if any of it will be, interesting or useful, but it's there for extra flavor.
Not a bad view.
Nice view. Anything else? I got this must be his certificate, like his sheriff certificate or something.
A lawman with a license? Guess Rosewater isn't so uncivilized after all.
So he's got a license to use guns.
Does this license mean you went to sheriff's school?
No, it means I was officially elected to the position by the people of this town. The paper's really just a formality.
So he must be a well-liked sheriff, right? You would think so. Why has he got like a butterfly collection? That's random.
I wouldn't have figured the sheriff for a naturalist.
Random collection.
Fancy yourself a lepidopterist?
Huh, hardly. Picked that display up from a passing rag and bone man. But I like when the sun shines on their wings just so. Real thing of beauty.
Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, we got a horseshoe up there. I don't know why it's interactable, but okay.
What a peculiar decoration.
Oh, I think it matches, doesn't it? It matches the style of the town.
Hey, Sheriff,
Miss Leger?
why have you got a horseshoe hanging above the door?
Good luck.
Glad you asked.
Oh my gosh. He's going to tell me all about this too.
My grandpappy told me a story about a blacksmith who was visited by the devil. The devil asked the smith to make him a horseshoe for his own hoof feet, you see. So, the blacksmith took a red-hot horseshoe and nailed it straight onto one of his hooves. The devil howled out in pain. He begged the blacksmith to take it off again.
He made this up,
The
right?
smith agreed, but on one condition.
No way.
The devil must always respect the horseshoe and never enter any place where one is hung above the door. Hell of a story, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that was not what I was expecting, like, at all. when it said about a horseshoe, I thought it was just going to say, oh, it's for good luck or something. I mean, I guess it's to ward away evil spirits. I guess it's like a religious thing. Not what I was expecting at all, but that was cool. All right, let's look at the guns over here.
Impressive collection.
He's got 3 of them, just in case, like, one kind of gives out or something.
Hey, Sheriff,
What's on your mind?
what's the story with these guns?
Now these are standard issue repeaters. Pretty powerful rifles. Thankfully, I've yet to use one in the line of duty. Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of one of these.
No, sirree, we would not. I guess we should just ask the sheriff some questions now. I think I've interacted with, like, everything here. Oh, what's this thing here? This is the last thing, I think. Whatever that is.
Reminder, confiscated items to be placed in the box below.
There is, like, some kind of purse. Whose is that?
A plain leather bag. Wonder what's inside.
Am I allowed to look?
What's in the bag?
Oh, that's a set of lockpicks I confiscated from a would-be burglar.
Oh, okay. Oh, it looks like they have a lot of problems in this town.
Hey, Sheriff.
What can I do you for?
Let's see. How long have you been the sheriff?
Just how long have you been the sheriff here anyway?
Oh, a couple years now. Like most everyone else, I came to Rosewater in '48 when we thought the hills were full of Orem. Except I stayed when it turned out they weren't.
You were a prospector?
Yep. But it turns out lawman was a more stable career.
Fair enough. Tell me more about Rosewater. We gotta know more about the town that we'll be spending our time in, right?
A man in your position must have plenty to say about the town he serves.
Suppose that's true. But a stroll down Main will tell you most everything you need to know.
What else is there around here?
Anything of interest in the surrounding area?
Not really. The San Bernardino Valley don't offer much in the way of sightseeing. There's an army fort, Fort Beaumont, and an abandoned relic that used to be a laboratory. There's also an Indian village on the other side of the valley. But you'll want to steer clear. I've heard tell they can be real territorial. But all that's outside my jurisdiction. When you leave my town, you're taking your chances out there.
Thanks for the chat, Sheriff.
Come back anytime.
Is it a dangerous world? Is Rosewater a dangerous place? It does seem that way, doesn't it? I've almost been burgled already. We're in this strange town. Let's go this way then and see what else this place has to offer. Alright. We got like a locked place here. What is that? That's the blacksmith. Okay, that's the blacksmith. And we just need to work out how to get inside.
Looks sturdy, but there's some rot creeping around the handles.
Ooh, it's rotted. I'm sure we could, yeah, give it a pull.
This padlock's not going anywhere. Not without encouragement.
So I'm going to have to find some kind of tool to get in there, I'm sure.
Soft drink crates. A sugary, fizzy way to beat the heat.
This is ginger beer from the looks of it. We search
Nothing
inside.
inside but a colony of ants.
Well, that
Shame.
sucks.
I could go for a sarsaparilla.
There is not any items for me to grab there. So there is a, what is this, like a
Local
doctor's?
sawbones. This is where all the sharp knives and strong drugs will be kept.
Good to know. Shall we go inside? Can I go inside? I'm sure I can, right? That would be cool. Have to go check it out.
Oh, hello there. Don't think
Hello.
I've seen you around before.
Just arrived in town. Name's Harley Leger. And you're Dr. Sedgwick?
At your service. Welcome to Rosewater and to my clinic. Anything in particular ailing you today?
Not really. They've got that golden pot in here as well. Why is that golden pot everywhere? Let's see. I've got this blister on my foot. Have I actually got a blister? I didn't know. Blisters are annoying, but like not like so bad that you need to go to a doctor for it. But okay.
Now that you mention it, I've got this blister on my right foot that's got me in a huff.
I can take care of that for you. Step over to the chair and I'll cut it off in a jiff.
Cut
They
it
tend
off.
to be gushers though, so it might be a while before you're up and about again.
On second thought, I'll just deal with it.
Oh, the frontier life has its fair share of discomforts, to be sure. They do say that suffering is good for the soul.
For the soul? Is that a pun, Doctor?
Huh? Oh, I see. For the soul. Most humorous.
Awful. Absolutely awful. Look at the way he walks. He walks with swagger. Wow. I mean, I guess this is what it was like back in those days, you know? Things were, medicine was brutal. Just, you got a blister? I'll just cut the damn thing off. Jeez. That is terrifying. It's definitely terrifying. Shall we look at the pots? I feel like this is a joke or something.
That's impressively clean.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say, and good health starts with good hygiene.
Yeah, so these pots are just all pea pots. Is there going to be one in like every single place in this game, I wonder? Let's look on the shelves.
Have you actually read all these books, Doc?
I have. They also serve for reference. Learning is a lifelong endeavor.
It is indeed. It's always good to read, for sure. Is this a certificate?
Medical College of Wicks? Never heard of it.
It's in central Rotterdam. Not quite the University of New Britannia, but then what is?
I imagine you get your hands pretty dirty in this line of work?
It's for cleansing before, not after. I am a follower of the modern European theories, positing that disease follows from the propagation of tiny animalcules living on the surface of the skin. Thorough washing with soap and water is said to eradicate them.
Drown the little bastards, huh?
Something like that.
My gosh. Okay then. Hello Lincoln, welcome to this stream. I hope you're having a good day today. I hope you're well. He's got all these like charts, anatomy charts on the wall as well.
Well, that's just disgusting.
Not disgusting, it's fascinating, awe-inspiring.
To each his own.
That's his opinion, I guess. I mean, I guess he's got to be a good physician or as best as he can be in this day and age. Who can I talk to? I guess, can I look at this poster?
Hey Doc, is that mess of noodles really what our insides look like?
Indeed, Miss Leger. Human body truly is a marvel.
I suppose that's one word for it.
It is a marvel, though. It is. This setting looks interesting. Yeah, got like a cowboy theme going. Apparently we're going to get like 5 traveling companions, and the choices that you make in the game also shape the storyline. So it could be quite an interesting one. Could be quite fun.
Hey, Doc.
Miss Leger.
All right. How's business, dude?
So, how's the medicine business?
It looks quite quiet in
What
here.
a question. I'm a physician, Miss Leger, not some two-bit snake oil salesman.
Didn't mean to imply you were.
I'm sure. At any rate, I've not had many patients of late. But that is the physician's dilemma, is it not? We are taught that idleness is a sin. But better that I am idle and the townsfolk healthy than my surgery be full of the ill and infirm.
That's true. I mean, he wants the, people to come in so he can make money, but at the same time, he doesn't want people to be sick. So I guess I get the dilemma. What can you tell me about Rosewater? Give me some information.
Got any knowledge to impart about Rosewater?
Oh, well, it's a fine town.
You don't sound too enthused.
I'm sure you'll find plenty to see and do here.
Give it to me straight, Doc. I want to know your thoughts on this place. Warts and all.
Were Rosewater one of my patients, I would say the prognosis is not good. Not since all the Aurum claims dried up and the airship routes opened, leapfrogging over our rail line. The hangers-on keep this place gasping for breath, but I fear they only prolong the inevitable. I hope I haven't discouraged you, but you did ask my opinion.
So he doesn't have a good opinion of Rosewater. Why doesn't he leave? Yeah, why didn't you go somewhere else?
If things are so bad, why not pick up and move elsewhere?
I swore an oath to do no harm, Miss Leger. As the town's only physician, leaving would mean abandoning my patients. There may not be many left to call on my services, but when they do, I am the only barrier standing between them and the grave.
Isn't that a bit dramatic, Doc?
Say what you will. I know where I stand on the matter.
Well, he has a very noble heart. Not many people would stick around just for that. Most people would go wherever benefits them, so that's kind of crazy. What do you know about the other townsfolk? Let's get some juicy gossip going on here.
You must know all about the townsfolk.
I am well acquainted with all their ailments, proclivities, and vices.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just seeking gossip, you'll have to find it elsewhere.
He doesn't deal in gossip. I see. Can't you get someone to take your place, like an apprentice or something? I suppose that's an idea.
Why not train somebody to take over for you?
I did have an apprentice not long ago, my ward, Nadine.
What happened to her?
Oh, this is no kind of life for a restless young person. I encouraged her to put her talents to use elsewhere. She's ministering to the local native tribe now.
The local native tribe? Is that the Indians that they said that the sheriff said they were like really territorial or something? Is that where she went? Is that safe? Like, I don't know.
Who is this tribe?
I'm afraid I don't know much about them, just that they have a small village somewhere in the valley. I believe they call themselves the Audam? Autumn? I'm not certain of the pronunciation. At any rate, they don't come to the town, and I imagine the townsfolk mostly let them be as well.
I'll see you later, Doc.
Do take care of yourself.
Alright, I guess we exhausted all the dialogue options for now. I'm sure we're going to meet this apprentice dude that he had, and I'm sure we'll meet the Indians as well and go to the village and all of that stuff. So it's going to be information to keep in mind for later. There is a puddle right here that I missed. How did this all...
I hope that isn't the town water supply.
I'm sure it's not. I was going to say, how did that little hole form? But maybe it just did over time. Who knows? Sukamon. They're basically sentient poop. Oh, lovely. Great XP farms in the Cyber Sleuth games. Ah, I see. Are you killing it in that game then? Are you getting far? What does this button do? Crowns. What is all of this? I guess it's pick locking in this game. I'm not sure. And then we've got a journal to remind us of what we're doing in the storyline, I guess. And that's just my inventory. And we got settings. I guess I could save the game. I will just call my save file multi. That would do. Alright, so let's go into the post and publishing. I think this is where I need to go for the story, actually.
This is the place.
Yep, this is the place. Let's go inside. We've got a job here, apparently. A job to do. So let's find out what we can do here. Oh, okay. Not what I was expecting. Oh, well. We can just ignore him and enter the office. I love that. It's kind of funny. I think that would probably be a bad idea, though. We might miss an opportunity. Let's ask if he's alright.
Holy hell. Are you alright, mister?
Oh, he is not okay. I will go get the doctor. Oh, we could call the sheriff. Is he a criminal? Do we go for the sheriff? Or I think we should probably go for the doctor, right?
Don't you move. I'll fetch the doctor to have a look at you.
And this is where he's like some criminal and then I've saved like some really horrible man or something.
Doc, come quick. I've got an emergency.
How can I be of service?
Some poor fool's just fallen out a window.
At the Rosewater Post?
Yes. How did you...
Sounds like Joni's in a mood again. Let's go.
Wait, this happens often? Oh boy.
There he is, poor bastard.
Oh dear.
Is this where I'm supposed to get a job? I
Hello? Can you hear me?
don't feel too happy about
I'm
that.
Dr. Sedgwick. I'm here to help you. Can you move your legs? Spine seems intact. No obvious fractures of the arms or legs. That, I would say, is nothing short of a miracle. Right. He's in a bad way, but he'll live. I'll get him back to my clinic and patch him up. You are truly a good Samaritan, Miss Leger.
It was nothing. If you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep.
Of course. God bless.
All right, well, we did a good deed today, so that's good.
Oh, can I help you with something?
Yes,
I'm here about the writing
I'm here about a man who
Yes,
fell out of a
must be
window.
Miss Leger. I believe you and Joni exchanged some correspondence on the matter already, yes?
Yep, got the letter right here.
May I see it, please?
I don't know if I wanted to take this job, like this lady or this person. She throws people out of windows. I'm not sure if I like this idea. Of course, I'm not that far yet. I'm prepping for my grinding. Ah, I see. Cool. Are you enjoying it so far then? All right, so I got to select this letter. Whoops. And then give it to this dude. There you go.
Very good.
It all
Oh,
checks
one more
out.
thing. Joni's not one for formalities. First names will do.
Noted.
Go up those stairs and knock.
Thanks. What's your name?
Henry Dixon, ma'am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
All right then. We got autosave as well, which was quite nice. Let's have a look at this. Is that a really old school typewriter? Cozy typewriter. Can I have any more dialogue with this dude? Maybe we should find out more
That
about
cabinet's
this
better organized than I'll ever be.
this Joni first before I get stuck, you know, into the deep end. She doesn't seem like a very calm person.
Impressive piece of machinery.
What actually is that? Like some kind of sewing machine or something? It looks very complex.
They seem to be pretty active around here. I hope that means steady work.
Alright, let's talk to this guy
Excuse
as
me?
well.
How can I be of assistance?
Let's find more else about that man. Yeah, who was the man that fell out the window?
Exactly who was that gentleman just took a tumble out your second-story window?
I haven't a clue. Devil of a fella. Just busted in here and went straight for Joni's office. He wouldn't be put off, but insisted on speaking with the editor immediately. Said he intended to lodge a complaint. Suppose Joni didn't take too kindly to his manner of lodging.
A complaint. I wonder what about.
Been working here long, Mr. Dixon?
Oh, about 5 years. I was the first one Joni hired on shortly after launching the paper. Was a farmhand before that. Keeping books is much nicer than tending cow pens, let me tell you.
What's to know about this town?
You picked a fine time to arrive, Miss Leger.
Why is that?
A few years back, you could hardly drive a wagon through the street. It was so full of folk coming and going. I'm sure you've noticed that's no longer the case.
It seems to be quite empty now. That's some impressive facial hair. Your head goes out at the sides. It's like flaps.
Those are some mighty fine whiskers you've got.
Oh, why, thank you, Miss Leger. The missus tells me I ought to shave, but I'm fond of the look.
As you should be.
She approves. She's got the hots for the flaps on the side of his face. What happened to all these people? Yeah, where did they all go?
So where did everyone go?
Wherever the Aurum actually is, would be my guess. There's still some prospectors hanging on. Convinced they'll find something everyone else missed. I'm sure they'll all come to their senses eventually.
If they all go, where will that leave you?
Why, getting by, I imagine. Peaceful, quiet life. The railroad still brings some traffic. Folks on their way further west or shipping goods back east. Although not as many as before the transcontinental airship line opened up. Easier to sail clear over the country than ride the rails halfway. Suits me fine, though.
Okay, so he's gonna be fine if there's less people. Just a cozy, quiet life. That sounds like a good life. Do you know anything about the townsfolk?
Anything I should know about the townsfolk?
Can't really help you there. I'm just a simple family man. We keep to ourselves.
I'll leave you to your work.
Appreciate it, man.
One of these days, I will get some gossip out of some of these townspeople. Alright, let's go up and do our objective. Go see what we can do here. Oh, okay, this guy is a guy. I thought it was a woman.
Hello,
I guess
Joan.
not.
I'm Harley Leger.
Ah, yes. Nice to finally put a face to the name. Please, take a load off.
Oh wait, is it a woman? I'm not sure.
Whiskey?
Bit early for me, but thanks all the same.
Sensible. I like that. I, however, have had a morning, so if you don't mind.
Go ahead, I guess. I like the rose-stained glass bit above the door.
Hey, we met before. Something about you seems familiar.
I don't believe so, no.
Well, let's get down to the meat and potatoes, shall we? If you're going to join our little family here, I'd like to know more about you.
Let's see. Let's provide a biography. We don't need to give our life story, right? Let's go with the middle one. I feel like that would be a good one to do.
Me? Well, I was born and raised in New Britannia. Got out, made my way west, and started writing. I saw your ad while I was up in Pierre. Thought a change of scenery would do me good.
Well, admittedly, Rosewater isn't as cosmopolitan as it used to be, but maybe you'll find it to your liking.
There hasn't been a dull moment since I stepped off the train.
Speaking of, your writing sample had me in stitches. Haven't spent much time in Lamplight City myself, but your descriptions of the toffs in Lyon, hilarious.
That piece was inspired by my last visit a few years ago, actually.
Oh? What brought that about?
Let's see. I actually have no idea. Shall we say the truth? We'll get to find out more about the character, I guess. Possibly.
I had to go back and settle my late brother's affairs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't in connection with that awful business at the Lamplight City Expo.
Oh, no, it was before that.
The Expo disaster was a national tragedy, of course. But you know, can't help remembering it as the week our paper sold more copies than it has before or since. Isn't that terrible? But enough about that. Let's get back to why we're here. I loved your sample, and I like you as well, Harley. So I'm going to go ahead and offer you a commission. I'll pay you 45 crowns for it. After that, we can talk about more regular opportunities.
Okay, fantastic. Let's go. She's going to pay me. We're going to get a job. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm guessing, is it like some news article or something, I'm wondering. Do I have to go round collecting information, something like that? I'm just guessing here, so who knows.
Fantastic. So, what's my assignment? A scathing commentary on Rosewater's decline? Or maybe a hard-hitting expose on the plight of the marginalized criminal youth?
Oh, no. Nothing like that. I want you to interview Gentleman Jake Ackerman.
Who?
Oh, the other one. You've been living under a rock. He's a true Western legend. The Achilles of our times. We've got a real opportunity here. Star like that landing in our little town. I'd like something in the vein of your sample. Acerbic and mordant. But maybe not quite so acerbic.
So, a puff piece.
Good, you're paying attention. I want you to make Rosewater look good too. Show me a real frontier hero in a real frontier town.
Where can I find this Jake fellow?
He's taking rooms at the Jack of Diamonds just down the road. And his show is opening today at the Opera House. So he should be around for an interview. I don't know how you're situated here, but you're welcome to use the typewriter in the office.
I only write longhand, but I'd certainly be grateful for a quiet place to work.
Longhand. How charming. Now, if you have any questions before you go, by all means, ask.
Okay, so we gotta make this place look good in our writing piece. I have no idea how we're gonna pull that off, but I will try my best. It's amazing. I'm so glad they added new content. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Is as good as you remember then? Did you play the original one of that game? So who is the man that went out the window? Let's find out.
So, who was the man that went out your window? Not another writer, I hope.
Oh, God, no. You're the only applicant we've had. Don't worry about him. Just a rabble-rouser with an axe to grind. Thought he could burst in here railing about my journalistic integrity. Most folks stick to writing letters to the editor. I tried to calm him down, but... well, it didn't go that way.
I see.
Okay. Can't I write about something else? I don't think she's gonna like this, right?
I don't want to seem ungrateful, but couldn't I write about something else? My style's more observational than, talking to people. I don't know that that's really my strong suit.
We're talking, aren't we? If you want to write for this paper, you're simply going to have to stretch yourself beyond what you might be accustomed to. Besides, it's not as if you have to say anything particularly brilliant. Just get your subject talking and take notes. Finish this assignment, and maybe the next one will be more to your liking.
Wow, she's a bit rude, isn't she? It's not as if you've got anything good to say. Rude. You said the Rosewater Post covered the Lamplight City Expo. So this was the other game that they have. The Lamplight City game is another point-and-click game. So I guess it's just got a bit of references and things to that one.
The Rosewater Post reported on the Lamplight City Expo?
It was only the biggest story that year. I still got copies of the article saved. Here, read it for yourself.
I get to read it? Oh, the Rosewater Post. Disaster at Lamplight City. This could give us a little bit of information to just kind of get a general idea. There was a terrifying disaster that claimed 15 lives, apparently. A device known as an etheric generator malfunctioned and released a burst of energy into the audience, instantly vaporizing 14 attendees. Oh, wow. Actually sounds like a pretty cool synopsis for that game. It's making me want to play it. So I guess Lamplight City is a detective game where you have to find out why this generator malfunctioned and vaporized these people, I guess. Possibly. I'm not too sure. I've not played it, so I don't know.
Frame it if you like.
Okay, what can you tell me about Rosewater?
Any insight you can give me about the town?
It's a far cry from what it used to be. In a way, it's nice not having to hear the noise from the saloon at all hours, but... oh, I don't know. Folk who moved on took some of the charm with them.
Okay, so tell me about the townspeople.
What about the folks who stayed behind?
What about him?
Well, she really doesn't give too much information, does she? Tell me more.
I was hoping for more details.
As far as you're concerned, the only person in Rosewater worth knowing right now is Jake Ackerman. If you're so keen to know about the rest, go meet him for yourself.
Why does everybody say this to me? It's better than the original in a lot of ways. It is cool, and yeah, I played the original. That's awesome then. So you feel like you've got your money's worth with that game then? That's always a good feeling.
I'm curious, how did the Rosewater Post get its start?
Well, my dad was a union man. He worked the printing press for the Allied Fall Creek Miners Cooperative. Pamphlets, labour news, that sort of thing. Then the mine owners brought the Blackburns in to bust the whole operation up. My dad was laid up for months and could never work again after. But we still had to eat, didn't we? I took all the equipment from the old shop and started printing up an early version of the Post just to bring a little money in. At first, it was all just community notices and advertisements from local stores. Over time, I got the hang of the whole journalism thing and turned it into a real newspaper.
I'd best be on my way.
Right you are.
I think
Wait a
we...
minute. It's just come to me. I know why you look familiar.
just
You're Spitfire Harley.
did all the dialogue, I think.
Goodness. It's been a long time since anyone called
Spitfire
I started
Harley.
fighting back in 26 at Wellesley Hall in the
Oh yeah,
Tron.
we used to be a
Together, rigged twice
cowboy
our
or
size with a right
something.
hook. Pow! It was like watching David bring down Goliath.
I appreciate the kind words, but that was another life.
Maybe so, but for a 14-year-old kid fresh off the boat, it was pretty damn inspirational.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Of course. And please call me Joni.
So my character's got a bit of backstory, huh? She was like, she used to be a hooligan. I wonder why she like stopped. I wonder why she changed professions. She's just wants to be a writer now. Something must have
Is this
happened.
the first edition of the Rosewater Post?
Yep, March 30th, 1845. One of the best days of my life.
You support Leroy?
I'm a proud Labourite, sure. I'll admit he hasn't been my favourite PM. But the way things were going with Atwood and the Tradists, this place would have been swallowed up by an automated newspaper conglomerate. Labour Party gets me vote any day of the week.
Fair enough.
Oh gosh, we've got politics going on.
The New Britannia Gazette, keeping tabs on the competition?
Hardly. I kept that issue because they mentioned my paper.
And we got one over
Hey,
here
that's
to
doubles too.
look at.
I passed it on the train right here.
Quite a sight, hasn't it?
It is quite the scenery. It does look cool, I have to admit. Heck yeah, the original UI was complete garbage. It was, oh, I guess it's an old game, isn't it? How old actually is it? How old is that game?
Fascinating device.
Isn't it just? To think, I can send messages from here to Bright Bay with the press of a lever.
What will they think of next?
Technology, hey? Technology. They were even impressed by the technology back here, and this was really old school stuff.
Nice typewriter.
First, good old Sheldon Model 4.
You called it Sheldon? What's that up there? Is that Kane?
That's quite a stick.
A memento from my grandfather back in County Donegal. Comes in handy now and again.
Oh gosh, I'm sure it does. This town is quite terrifying.
I hope fixing that window won't be too expensive.
I may just leave it for a while. I'm enjoying the breeze.
She's got a nice draft going on. My god.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
Kind of reminds me of the old Gold Rush
Spitfire
game.
Harley, writing for my paper.
I guess she likes that, huh?
Now don't that just beat all?